Alright, let's be honest. Keeping a clean home can feel like running a marathon with no finish line. The dust keeps coming back, the laundry piles up like it's multiplying on purpose, and somehow there are crumbs in places you swear you haven't eaten in weeks. But here's the good news. You don't have to break your back or spend hours scrubbing to keep your home looking tidy. In fact, I've got 10 lazy cleaning habits that are so easy they almost feel like cheating. We're talking little tricks that make the house stay clean without you even realizing you're doing much. Stick with me, because once you hear these, you'll never look at cleaning the same way again. Number 1. Keep wipes within reach stations around the house. Here's the thing about cleaning. It's never the big jobs that break us down. It's the little ones we ignore until they've grown into monsters. A coffee ring on the counter? That's harmless. But ignore it for 3 days, and it turns into a sticky brown circle of shame that mocks you every time you walk by. Toothpaste splatter on the bathroom mirror. No big deal. Leave it a week, and suddenly your reflection looks like it's hiding behind frosted glass. That's why having wipes or quick clean clothes in every room is such a game changer. And I don't mean locking them all under the sink where you'll never bend down to reach them. I mean tucking them where you actually live your life. A pack in the bathroom drawer, a canister near your recliner, a little stack under the coffee table. Basically, you want to make wiping things down as easy as reaching for the TV remote. I know a retired mechanic, let's call him Frank, who swears by this method. He keeps microfiber cloths in every room, rolled up like little cigars, ready to go. If I see a smudge, he told me, I wipe it while I'm walking past. It's not cleaning, it's just swiping reality back into order. His house always looks sharp, and he never spends more than a minute on anything. And here's the funny part. You'll start to feel smug about it. You'll be chatting on the phone with a friend, leaning on the kitchen counter, and without even thinking, you'll swipe up those cookie crumbs. It's not cleaning. It's multitasking laziness. The kind of laziness that makes your house look like you secretly hired a maid. The key is this. When you don't let messes age, you don't have to deep clean later. And trust me, scrubbing hardened ketchup off the counter is about as enjoyable as a dental extraction. With wipes nearby, it never gets that far. 2. Adopt the shoes off rule at the door. Let's talk about dirt, because dirt is clever. Dirt doesn't politely knock on the door and wait to be invited in. No, dirt piggybacks on your shoes like an uninvited guest. And the moment you walk through the house, it leaps off and settles into your carpets, tiles, rugs, even your couch if you put your feet up. Before you know it, your living room looks like it's been hosting weekly tractor pulls. Now, I know the shoes off rule isn't new, but here's why it's the ultimate lazy hack. It's not about cleaning more, it's about cleaning less. You're stopping the problem at the source. And let me tell you, my friend, the difference is night and day. Less vacuuming, floors stay shiny longer, carpets don't smell like mystery odor number 5. Basically, you're making future you very happy. But here's the trick. You've got to make it effortless. Seniors who stick with it set themselves up smartly. They put a sturdy chair near the door. Because let's be honest, hopping on one foot while you wrestle with a shoelace is a recipe for disaster. A little shoe rack or basket keeps everything tidy so you're not tripping over sneakers. And slippers? That's the cherry on top. Slip into something soft and cozy the second you step in, and suddenly your whole house feels like a spa. I know a woman named Margaret who's 82, and she calls her slippers her house uniform. She keeps a basket of guest slippers too. When her grandkids visit, they laugh about it, but they all play along, and she smiles because her white carpets still look like clouds. It's not about being fussy, she told me. It's about being lazy. I'd rather hand you slippers than vacuum twice a day. And honestly, she's right. If you've ever dragged out the vacuum just because of dried up mud clumps or grass bits, you know the pain. Why clean it up later when you can prevent it in the first place? Shoes off is basically saying, not today, dirt. You stay outside where you belong. 3. Use laundry baskets for everything, not just laundry. Here's a little secret. Laundry baskets are the unsung heroes of a tidy home. They were marketed for dirty clothes, but honestly, they're good for just about everything. I know seniors who use them like mobile storage units. One gentleman told me, if it fits in the basket, it counts as organized. And you know what? He's not wrong. Think about it. When clutter starts to pile up, the mail, yesterday's crossword puzzle, the sweater you promised you'd fold 3 days ago, instead of stressing, you just scoop it all into a basket. Instantly, the room looks put together. If company shows up unexpectedly, you can sweep half the living room into a basket in 30 seconds flat and tuck it in the bedroom like nothing happened. Guests walk in and think, "Wow, you keep such a tidy house." Meanwhile, you're smirking inside because the truth is hiding behind your door. But baskets aren't just for emergency cover-ups. They're also great as little collection stations. A lot of seniors use one basket for everything that needs to go upstairs, another for things heading out to the garage, and one more for random clutter they'll sort through later. That way, you're not running back and forth like a postman in your own house. You just gather things, set the basket aside, and deal with it when energy strikes, or when the guilt finally kicks in. And let's not forget laundry baskets make heavy lifting easier too. A friend of mine swears she hasn't carried groceries in her hands in years. She just plops the bags into a big laundry basket and drags it from the car to the kitchen in one trip. Lazy? Yes. Brilliant? Also yes. At this point, I think laundry baskets deserve an award. They're the closest thing to a portable black hole for clutter, and the best part is, they never judge you for how long you leave things inside. 4. Invest in a robot vacuum, your new best friend. Let's be real. Vacuuming is one of those chores that sounds easy, but somehow feels like a full workout session. You drag the vacuum out of the closet, wrestle with the cord, bang into a few corners, and then by the time you've done one room, you're already ready for a nap. That's why so many seniors are falling head over heels for robot vacuums. And when I say falling in love, I mean it. People give them names. One man said, "I call mine Rosie after the Jetsons. She's the only one in this house who actually does what I ask." Another woman told me she named hers Harold and joked, "Harold works harder than my ex-husband ever did." You'd be surprised how much affection people develop for these little cleaning companions. The beauty of a robot vacuum is that it doesn't just clean your floors, it buys you back time and energy. You can sip your coffee, watch your shows, even take a nap while it does the dirty work. Some models even mop, which means while you're reading the paper, your floors are shining up like a hotel lobby. That's not just cleaning, that's living smarter. Sure, you might have to rescue it now and then when it gets stuck under the couch or tangled in a stray sock. But let's be honest, even that's less annoying than dragging out the upright vacuum and wrestling it around the room. Plus, there's something kind of funny about watching your little robot bump gently into walls like a determined but clueless pet. And here's the kicker. Once you have one, your house suddenly feels cleaner all the time. It's not just the big sweeps, it's that constant maintenance. No more waiting for the weekend to clean up the crumbs or pet hair. Your little robot buddy is on patrol, making sure things never get out of hand. It's like having a house elf, but without the sass. Honestly, for seniors, this is one of the smartest lazy hacks around. You save your back, save your energy, and still get to enjoy that fresh, crumb-free feeling every day. The only downside? You might get a little too attached and start talking to it like a roommate. But hey, no judgment here. If Harold or Rosie keeps your floors clean, they've earned their place in the family. 5. Declutter once, enjoy forever. You know what the laziest cleaning habit of all is? Not owning stuff you have to clean in the first place. Seriously, the fewer knickknacks, piles, and "someday I'll use this" gadgets you have lying around, the less work you'll ever have to do. It's like putting your home on a permanent diet. It just feels lighter. I remember talking to a senior who told me, Every item in your house is a chore in disguise. And he's right. That ceramic rooster on the shelf? You've got to dust it. Those 50 mismatched mugs in the kitchen? You've got to wash them. Even the extra set of throw pillows. Yeah, they look nice, but they also collect dust and give you another reason to sigh when it's time to vacuum the couch. The beauty of decluttering is that it's not a constant battle. Do it once, really do it, and you buy yourself years of freedom. One woman I know downsized her kitchen drawers to the bare minimum, a couple of sharp knives, a few plates, and just the pots she actually uses. She laughed and said, "My dishes never pile up anymore because I literally don't own enough to let them pile up." That's genius-level lazy. The trick is not to think of it as throwing things away. Think of it as firing your stuff from their jobs. That bread maker you used once in 1992? Fired. The 3 different vases collecting dust? Fired. The mountain of Tupperware with no matching lids? Oh, they're definitely fired. What's left are the loyal employees, the things that actually earn their keep and make your life easier. And once you do it, cleaning suddenly feels lighter. Fewer surfaces to dust, fewer things to trip over, fewer drawers full of mystery items you're scared to open. It's not about being minimalist or trendy. It's about being lazy in the smartest way possible. One big effort now, a lifetime of less effort later. 6. The dishwasher is not just for dishes. Here's a fun truth most people don't realize. The dishwasher is basically a giant sanitizing box, and it doesn't care whether you put in plates or half your household. Many seniors rave about this because once you embrace it, you'll never waste time scrubbing odd-shaped things again. I've heard people wash everything in there. Microwave trays, fridge shelves, stove knobs, even the dog's food bowls. One guy admitted he puts his baseball caps in there. A woman said she tosses her flip-flops in on the bottom rack during summer. I even met a grandfather who said, if it fits in the dishwasher, it's fair game. I call it my cleaning miracle box, and it makes sense, right? Why stand over the sink with a sponge, bending and scrubbing, when you can just load it up, press a button, and walk away? It's the laziest kind of cleaning there is. No elbow grease, no buckets of soapy water. Just let the machine do all the hard work while you watch your favorite show. Now here's the part that feels magical. When you start using your dishwasher for more than just dishes, your home stays cleaner without you even noticing. Fridge shelves don't get that mysterious sticky goo. Stove grates stop looking like they've survived a barbecue explosion. Even your glass light fixture covers can go in there and come out sparkling. It's like cheating at cleaning, and no one can call you out because it's brilliant. The only warning? Don't get too wild with what you toss in. I once read about a guy who put his toolbox in there, wrenches and all. That didn't end well. But as long as you stick to household items made for heat and water, you're golden. So the next time you catch yourself scrubbing something awkward and muttering, there's got to be a better way. Remember, your dishwasher is sitting there like an underpaid employee waiting for overtime. Put it to work. Your back will thank you, your time will thank you. And honestly, you'll feel a little smug every time you skip scrubbing something by hand. 7. Practice the 1-minute rule. This one's deceptively simple, but once you get the hang of it, it changes everything. The rule goes like this. If something takes a minute or less to do, just do it right away. No procrastinating, no bargaining with yourself, no "I'll do it later" lies. Just do it. And before you roll your eyes, let me explain why this works so well, especially for us lazy cleaners. The small stuff is what trips us up. A mug in the sink doesn't look like a big deal. A jacket draped over a chair isn't going to ruin anyone's day. A piece of mail on the counter? Harmless. But when you let those little things sit, they gather friends. That single mug becomes a tower of mugs, plates, and spoons. The jacket has babies. Suddenly you've got 3 sweaters, a scarf, and a hat all piled up. And the mail? Oh, it multiplies faster than rabbits. Before you know it, you're staring at a mountain of chores that's too overwhelming to tackle. But here's where the 1-minute rule shines. Instead of letting stuff pile up, you kill it before it has a chance to grow. Used a spoon? Rinse it and pop it in the dishwasher. Takes 20 seconds. Finished reading the newspaper? Fold it and toss it in recycling. Another 15 seconds. Walking past the bathroom? Give the counter a quick swipe while you're there. It doesn't feel like cleaning. It feels like little flicks of maintenance that stop your house from falling apart. A friend of mine in his 70s swears by this. He said, "I don't clean anymore. I just never let things get dirty, and you know what?" He's right. His house always looks neat, but I've never once seen him doing a big cleaning day. He just sprinkles 1-minute tasks into his life like seasoning on a meal. Lazy? Absolutely, but it works like magic. The beauty of it is you don't even notice you're doing chores. You're on the phone with your granddaughter, and without even thinking, you hang your coat instead of tossing it. You rinse your teacup instead of abandoning it on the counter. These little micro-actions save you hours later. It's like tricking yourself into having a clean house without ever blocking off an afternoon for scrubbing. 8. Line everything you can. Now this, my friend, is next-level lazy genius. If you want to save yourself scrubbing and cursing later, line every surface you possibly can. Think fridge shelves, cabinets, drawers, even your microwave tray. It's the cleaning version of putting a raincoat on your house. Here's the logic. Messes are inevitable. Something's always going to spill, drip, leak, or crumble. But instead of scrubbing hardened spaghetti sauce off your fridge shelf or chipping away at dried peanut butter in the pantry, you just lift out the liner, give it a quick shake or rinse, and boom, done. The mess never even touches the actual surface. I know a woman named Carol who lines everything in her kitchen with those flexible plastic mats from the dollar store. She laughed and said, "I haven't scrubbed my fridge in 10 years. Why would I? My liners do all the work, and she's not kidding. When something spills, she just pulls out the liner, rinses it under the sink, dries it, and puts it back. Meanwhile, her fridge still looks brand new. Another gentleman I know takes it even further. He lines the bottom of his trash cans with old newspapers, lines his oven drip tray with aluminum foil, and even lines his bathroom shelves with wax paper. He told me, "It's not about being neat. It's about being lazy. I want cleaning to take seconds, not hours." Honestly, I respect that. And here's the fun part. You don't have to buy anything fancy. You can use wax paper, parchment paper, paper towels, or even old magazines if you're feeling thrifty. Anything that can catch a mess and be tossed out later is fair game. The best example I've seen? A grandmother who lined her microwave with a paper plate. Every time food splattered, she just replaced the plate. No scrubbing, no spraying, no scrunched-up sponge sessions. She said, "Life's too short to clean exploded soup off microwave walls." And you know what? She's absolutely right. So if you want to make cleaning practically disappear, start lining things. It feels a little silly at first, but after the first time you avoid scrubbing a sticky mess that would have taken 10 minutes to clean, you'll wonder why you didn't do it years ago. 9. Keep a drop zone by the door. Let's be honest, most of us don't come home like the people you see in commercials. You know the ones. They glide in, hang up their jacket, put their shoes neatly on the rack, and set their keys gently in a pretty little bowl. Nope. Most of us stumble in like we just survived a wrestling match with life. The shoes get kicked off wherever they land, the mail gets tossed on the nearest flat surface, and suddenly, your welcome home spot looks like a clearance bin exploded. That's where the magic of the drop zone comes in. Think of it like creating a little landing pad for all the stuff you tend to scatter around. I'm talking a small table, a basket, a couple of hooks, or even just a cute little tray by the door. Keys? Drop them there. Sunglasses? Boom. Mail? Toss it in the basket until you're ready to sort it. Shoes? A little mat or bin works wonders. I've seen seniors rave about how this one change cut down their daily clutter without them even trying. One man said he no longer spends 10 minutes looking for his wallet before leaving the house. He just grabs it from the drop zone. Another woman joked that her drop zone is so good, her grandkids now think it's a treasure chest and call it Grandma's treasure pile. The beauty is that you don't have to be neat. Your stuff is still technically just being dumped somewhere, but it looks intentional. Lazy? Yes. Brilliant? Absolutely. And the best part, the rest of your house doesn't get hit with the chaos storm because it all stops at the door. It's like having a little quarantine station for your clutter. 10. Do the lazy laundry hack. Wear it twice, wash less. Now let's talk laundry. If there's one chore that feels like it multiplies overnight, it's this one. You wash, you fold, you put it away. Well, if we're being honest, you probably don't put it away right away. And the very next day, the hamper's already giving you attitude again. Here's the thing. Not every piece of clothing needs to be washed after one wear. That's not me being lazy. That's me being practical. Jeans? They're good for at least 3 wears before they hit the wash. Sweaters? Twice or more. Pajamas? Don't even get me started. Who are you impressing in your sleep? Even towels can last longer if you hang them up properly. Many seniors swear by this hack. One guy said his secret to low-maintenance laundry is having designated around-the-house clothes. They're comfy, they're not fancy, and they don't need washing after every single wear. Another woman shared that she keeps a wear-again chair in her bedroom. Clothes that aren't quite dirty but not clean enough for the closet go there, and she just rotates through them. Lazy? Maybe. Effective? You bet. Think about it. Fewer loads mean less bending, less lugging, less folding, and less ironing. Because let's be honest, most of us avoid ironing like it's contagious. Plus, it saves water, detergent, and electricity. That's a win for you and the planet. So now your laziness is officially eco-friendly. And let's not forget, wearing clothes more than once actually makes them last longer. The fibers break down less from constant washing, which means your favorite sweater won't suddenly turn into a belly shirt after 6 trips through the dryer. So really, this isn't just a hack, it's self-care for your wardrobe. So there you go. 10 lazy cleaning hacks that prove you don't have to mop till your knees give out or spend every Saturday chained to a vacuum. A few small habits, a couple of clever cheats, and suddenly your home stays clean with almost no effort. And honestly, that's the kind of cleaning plan I can get behind. Now, if you found even one of these tips helpful, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with a friend who's also tired of fighting the dust bunnies. Trust me, their knees will thank you. Until next time, keep it simple, keep it clean, and keep it lazy.